Jan's the champion for a reason, man. He's really good. He's very powerful. He's got fantastic cardio. He's got a great chin. And now the confidence matches all the abilities. And it's going to be difficult to get that belt off him. Because listen to this. Jan Blachowicz is a guy that you thought would never hold a UFC championship. Knocked out Dominic Reyes. Defended it by beating Israel Adesanya. Fighting Glover. Jan's going to be favored to beat Glover. So now you're not only looking at a guy that won the belt, you're going to look at a guy with a resume that has multiple-time championship defenses on his resume. Because if you look down the line, are you really picking Rakic to beat Jan? Are you picking Glover to beat Jan Błachowicz right now? I mean, you're starting to look at a guy that could sit atop this division for a really long time.
If I was going to lose to anyone, what better guy to lose to than a guy like Jan, a classy champion, a cool dude, a very nice guy, a guy who has a great story in himself, on his way of getting cut from the company, comes back and then dominates, becomes a light heavyweight champion, and then hands this guy, a future legend, his first loss. Yeah, if I was going to lose to anyone, I'm glad I lost to him.
Yeah, it's great to hear something like this from people like Israel, because he still is one of the best in the world. Great fighter, great person. So it was a pleasure for me that I can fight against someone like him.
We play a game where nothing's guaranteed, and if a guy gets on the roll and a guy develops belief in himself and his skill set, sky's the limit. And that's what happened for Jan.
He has earned it. He deserves it. And it could not have happened to a better man.
I defend my belt. Now I'm proved that I'm true champion. I think now I'm gonna have respect from everybody, nobody, And in the next fight, I will not gonna be underdog anymore, I think so. But I don't care anyway, I can.
So, for all the disrespect this young man got when he won the belt, even from me, starting to look like we are all completely wrong. And it's time to put some respect on Jan Blachowicz' name.
I did respect him. I respected his power. I felt his power. And yeah, I can handle that Polish thing. Yeah, that was the game plan pretty much. He didn't rush as much as I thought because he respected me, which is, rightfully so. I think it was just his defense. He was really tight with his defense and smart with his defense. And also, like I said, he was not as careless with his offense like he usually is. You see him in the past where he was just kind of march 1-2, 1-2, throwing these weird angle punches, but he didn't. I was ready for those. I was even trying to draw them out certain times. I'd shake and bake and, invite him to lunge, but he didn't. So yeah, he played it safe. He knew he had to respect my game, and so did I. I respected his game.
Blachowicz was very respectful. He had a fear of Adesanya. What started to happen around 4.5 minutes and was very clear by 7 minutes is Blachowicz had lost the fear. He realized the guy is a little small and he can hit me, but he can't hurt me the way I thought he could. So then Blachowicz started to open up, and then Adesanya started to feel that power. It was a very clear fight as they handed power back and forth. It was also a very competitive fight.
But when the fight started, the first round started, it was a bit of a slow round, right? Very close. But Jan was giving it as he was taking it. But it seemed like Izzy was the one that was kind of controlling the interactions. Then I felt like in the second round, Jan Blachowicz started to land more. And it seemed as though you could see that these two were evenly matched and that Jan possessed something that made Izzy call back to some of the fights where he was a little bit more passive.
It was a technical battle, but Jan was landing, I think, the cleaner shots. He was landing the cleaner shots that kind of stole the moments. Izzy, it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but it's one that Jan was in control of. When he got him down in round 4 and 5, though, good takedowns, by the way, as well. I would have liked to have seen more offense from Jan on the ground.
When he had me on the ground, if he had postured up and then wailed on me and thrown some crazy elbows and crazy punches and connected crazy, yeah, it wasn't none of that. He just held on and just, snuck some shots in to try and keep it busy enough that the referee doesn't stand it up. And that's a veteran move because he's a veteran in this game.
But if you get to mount, you can posture up and fucking go for it and really bring down ridiculously powerful shots. But still, listen, Jan Blachowicz won that fight fair and square.
Also, he wouldn't make space to punch. He did the whole pitter-patter thing because he was just gonna steal the round. Because he knew, like, if he gave me space, I'm slippery, man. I'm slippery, and I was gonna get back up. So credit to him, he's a great champion.
Jan Błachowicz did what he needed to do. And he spoke a lot about that in the build-up to us personally, publicly, about using his wrestling. What we did not know was that he was going to use it, but he was going to use it late. Everybody expected him to come out throwing takedowns right away. But Jan Błachowicz waited till the 4th and 5th when the fight was on the table to go get those takedowns.
He respected the fact that I got up from his takedowns early on. It wasn't until the last round, I credit him for this, he timed it well.
And I thought he fought a beautiful fight, and he should be very proud. And after the fight, he walked over and he came to the commentary table and he said, "Now I show that I'm the real champion." I go, "Jan, you've always been the real champion." I go, "I'm so happy for you, buddy. Proud of you for what you've accomplished." I mean, this young man should be praised for what he has been able to do with his career, when at a time it looked like he was gonna be out of the UFC.
But he just had his defense really tight for this fight. He wasn't as careless as I was expecting, because I was expecting a careless Jan. And I thought I would draw out some mistakes from which I did, but then he was able to fix those mistakes on the fly. So, man, credit to the guy and his team. They put on one hell of a game plan, and they got their guy ready for me.
Jan ain't somebody to play with. That dude got fucking real power. And I think it's something about the underdog that everybody's looking past.
Jan's a tough guy. Not many people know about him. He's quiet, he's Polish, doesn't really have much charisma, doesn't talk much. There's nothing to say about Jan Blachowicz. It's like, you want me to do these interviews, what am I supposed to say? The guy's tough, but he's stiff, he's slow, and he's not technical. So that's Jan.
He's kind of slow, because he is. Bro, dude's there to fight every single time. And if he lands, it's over. He must hit so hard. When Luke Rockhold was gonna fight him, I thought, oh, easy fight, great fight at 205, right? Like, this is the best, because this guy was a middleweight. Now you go up and you fight another middleweight, and dude knocks Luke out, and now he's knocked everybody out since, and he's the champ.
Oh yeah, Jan has great knockout power, very technical. His fundamentals are very sharp, and yeah, I think he's gonna make a great opponent.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you this right now. Jones beats Błachowicz. Too slow. He's too slow to beat. Because the thing about Jones is people don't realize he's got a good chin. You can hit him. Yeah. I hit him. A lot of us hit him. And he can take punches, man. And if Jan Błachowicz is out there and he's too slow, Jones will pick him apart. God, I can't believe. Hey, look. If I was still fighting at 205, or if I was still fighting today, he said, "DC, you can fight Jan Błachowicz," I'd probably fight Jan Błachowicz. No disrespect, just because I just think that I just think that, you, like you said, it's surprising, right? When you have the footage of people getting no victories over him, you think you could do it too. Any fighter does. And if you're a guy like myself or Jones, then of course you think you can beat him, and that's why Jones will go fight him. I don't want to fight you, Błachowicz. I'm talking hypotheticals. You're the man, bro. I'm about to make you my profile picture on my Instagram.
Thank you for support. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, why you win? To take down.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, I watch your fight. I learned.
Good luck, guys.